In Tsutomu Nihei's dystopian sci-fi, Blame, the Silicon Life emerges as a central force within the sprawling Megastructure. These cybernetic beings seek transhumanist ambitions after abandoning their humanity in pursuit of survival, power, and freedom. The series delves deep into their origins, biology, culture, and more, revealing a faction driven by technological augmentation and unending conflict. As they navigate a war against the administration and the humans, the Silicon Life showcases a rich diversity of roles, appearances, and ideologies, reflecting the broader existential themes that permeate this fictional universe. In this video, we'll delve into everything you need to know about Tsutomu Nihei's brilliant Blame anime and manga sci-fi. The Rise of Silicon Life. The Blame universe, created by Tsutomu Nihei, is a sprawling dystopian sci-fi epic set in the massive, ever-expanding Megastructure. Central to its narrative are the enigmatic Silicon Life, whose origins and motivations are deeply intertwined with themes of transhumanism, existentialism, and rebellion against authority. The Silicon Life Origins. The Silicon Life in Blame are cybernetic entities that evolved from humans who embraced radical technological augmentation. Their evolution is rooted in a transhumanist ideology, a belief in transcending human biological limitations through technology. This movement likely began as a cult or faction within the Megastructure. They're driven by the promise of immortality, enhanced capabilities, and liberation from the constraints of the flesh. However, this pursuit of post-human perfection came at a cost. The Silicon Life abandoned their humanity, becoming strictly biomechanical beings with little to no resemblance to their former selves. Their transformation also severed their connection to the Netsphere, a vast digital network that governs the Megastructure. This disconnection made them illegal residents in the eyes of the administration, which is the governing AI system tasked with maintaining order. War against the administration. The administration, represented by agents known as safeguards, views the Silicon Life as a threat to the overall stability of the Megastructure. The safeguards are programmed to eliminate any entities that disrupt the system's balance, including humans who attempt unauthorized access to the Netsphere. This sets the stage for a brutal conflict between the Silicon Life and the administration. Their rebellion can be seen as a struggle for freedom and survival. As outcasts, the Silicon Life are hunted relentlessly by the safeguards, leading to a perpetual state of war between them. This conflict is not merely physical, but also ideological. The Silicon Life embodies the transhumanist dream of self-determination and evolution beyond the flesh, while the administration represents a rigid, authoritarian system that enforces conformity and control. Philosophical points. The origins and actions of the Silicon Life raise profound questions about identity, freedom, and the consequences of technological advancement. By abandoning their humanity, the Silicon Life challenge traditional notions of what it means to be human. Their existence blurs the line between organic and artificial, raising ethical dilemmas about the cost of progress and the dark choices it can entail. Their war against the administration also reflects broader themes of rebellion against oppressive systems. The Silicon Life's struggle can easily be interpreted as a critique of centralized authority and the dehumanizing effects of technology. At the same time, their actions, often violent and destructive, highlight the moral dilemmas of resistance. Blame Legacy. The Silicon Life are a central force to the Blame narrative, shaping the world and its characters. Their conflict with the administration creates a dark backdrop of chaos and danger. This, in turn, influences the journey of the protagonist Killy as he searches for any human with the net terminal gene. He believes it to be the key to restoring order to the Netsphere. Through the Silicon Life, story creator Tsutomu Nihei explores the darker aspects of transhumanism and the unintended consequences of technological advancement. The story serves as a cautionary tale about the risks of losing one's humanity in the pursuit of progress. The series is also an ingenious meditation on the struggle for freedom in a world dominated by machines. Biology and appearance. Flesh meets machine. Silicon-based genetics. The Silicon Life in Blame are a fascinating blend of organic and inorganic parts, with their genetics rooted in silicon-based biology. Unlike carbon-based life forms whose molecular structure has carbon as its backbone, Silicon Life have replaced this with, well, silicon. This change ensured greater durability and adaptability in the harsh dystopian environment of the Megastructure. Their silicon-based genetics are a result of extensive bioengineering and cybernetic augmentation, which have transformed them into entities that are both biological and mechanical. Silicon-based biology also grants them unique advantages, such as resistance to extreme conditions and the ability to integrate seamlessly with advanced technology. However, it also alienates them from their human origins, as their physiology and genetic makeup are fundamentally different from that of carbon-based human beings. Organic birth. Despite their mechanical, heavily augmented appearance, the Silicon life aren't entirely devoid of organic function. Some of their factions are known to reproduce through organic means, giving birth to offspring that are later subjected to cybernetic enhancements. This process highlights the duality of their existence, as they retain a connection to their organic origins while also enjoying technological gains. The organic birth process of the Silicon life is shrouded in mystery, but it is believed to involve a combination of natural reproduction and artificial intervention. The offspring are most probably engineered to possess specific traits and capabilities, ensuring their survival and effectiveness in the Megastructure's hostile environment. This blend of organic and artificial reproduction adeptly highlights the transhumanist themes in Blame and daringly explores the boundaries between humanity and technology. Extreme cybernetic augmentation. The defining characteristic of the Silicon life is their extreme cybernetic augmentation. These enhancements aren't merely superficial, but extend to every aspect of their being, from their physical appearance to their cognitive capabilities. The Silicon life often replace their organic components with mechanical parts, resulting in grotesque and otherworldly forms that are both functional and intimidating. Their cybernetic modifications include advanced weaponry, enhanced sensory systems, and reinforced exoskeletons, making them formidable adversaries. Also, these improvements aren't uniform. Different factions and individuals within the Silicon life community exhibit varying degrees of augmentation. Some retain a semblance of their original human form, while others have completely abandoned their organic roots and become humanly unrecognizable. The core process of cybernetic augmentation is driven by necessity, because the Silicon life must adapt to the Megastructure's hostile, ever-changing environment. Their cyber increments allow them to survive and thrive in conditions that would be lethal to non-augmented humans. However, such transformations come at a cost. It further distances them from their humanity and reinforces their status as outcasts in the eyes of the administration. To recap, the Silicon life in Blame are a testament to the complex interplay between biology and technology. Their silicon-based genetics, organic birth processes, and extreme cybernetic augmentations reflect the transhumanist themes that define this series. By testing the farthest boundaries of humanity and exploring the consequences of extreme technological advancements, Blame raises profound questions about identity, evolution, and the price of progress. Culture. The War Against the Net Terminal Gene. The World of Blame by Tsutomu Nihei presents a dark dystopian universe where culture, as we understand it, is often replaced by survivalism. The story unfolds within the sprawling Megastructure, a labyrinthine construct governed by the Netsphere, an advanced digital network. Remnants of humanity and various other factions navigate this dangerous environment, shaped by the cultural dynamics of isolation, resilience, and warfare. Culture in the Blame universe. The prevailing culture in Blame is marked by the termination of traditional societal norms. Humanity is scattered and communities are fragmented, each adapting to the oppressive environment of the Megastructure. The lack of centralized governance, coupled with the relentless threat of the administration's safeguards, forces humans to choose an adaptive, often nihilistic lifestyle. Cultural expression and identity are suppressed by a ceaseless struggle to survive. Tradition, art, and language become relics of the past, replaced by utilitarianism and technology. However, memories of cultural elements still persist in the form of tribal structures, oral histories, and symbols of human ingenuity. The transhumanist themes in the Blame storyline also influence its cultural backdrop. Factions like the Silicon life, for instance, represent an alternative cyber-centric vision of evolution and existence. War against the net terminal gene. At the core of Blame is the conflict surrounding the net terminal gene, a genetic trait that enables humans to access and control the netsphere. This gene is the key to destabilizing the Megastructure, as it allows its user to interface with the netsphere, repair its damaged systems, and regain control over the rogue administration, thereby returning power back to humans. However, the disappearance of people with this genetic trait has plunged the Megastructure into chaos. The administration, governed by the netsphere, considers the net terminal gene a critical threat. As a result, its agents, the Safeguards, target any unauthorized transhumanist entities attempting to access the netsphere, humans included. The Silicon Life, who are disconnected from the netsphere due to their post-human status, also seek to either control or destroy the net terminal gene for their own agendas. This multifaceted war creates brutal and unrelenting conflict scenarios, with humanity caught in the crossfire. Our protagonist, Killy, is ever searching for the net terminal gene. His mission in Blame is to locate any human who possesses this trait. They are, after all, a genuine symbol of hope for restoring order to the megastructure. Human nomadic warrior lifestyle. In the Blame universe, remnants of humanity have adopted a nomadic and militant way of life. Scattered across the megastructure, these communities are constantly on the move to evade the threats posed by the safeguards, the Silicon Life, and other dystopian perils. Survival becomes the central tenet of their existence, shaping their culture and behavior. Nomadic humans in Blame are often depicted as hardened warriors, relying on scavenged technology and makeshift weapons to defend themselves. They live in small, tightly knit communities bound by a shared struggle for survival. Since they have to navigate the extremely hostile environment of the megastructure, their lifestyles are characterized by resilience, adaptability, and resourcefulness. These nomadic warriors are also driven by a mission to sever the connection to the Night Sphere. The oppressive control of the administration and the safeguards' relentless pursuit have led some factions to view the Netsphere as a threat to their freedom and very existence. That's why these groups want to disrupt or destroy the infrastructure that supports the Netsphere. They see this as a means to liberate humanity from a ruthlessly logical digital overlord. To recap, culture within the Blame universe reflects its harsh reality. Splintered and survival-focused, human beings have adapted to the megastructure's bitter environment by adopting nomadic warrior lifestyles and relentlessly pursuing freedom. Within the Blame universe, the war against the net terminal gene and the struggle to survive amidst the chaos of the megastructure are profound testaments to cultural identity, civilizational resilience, and the dark impact of cybertech on society. Key figures of the Silicon Life. The Silicon Life in Blame are a diverse and enigmatic group of cybernetic beings, each with unique characteristics and roles within the story. They embody the transhumanist themes of the series, showcasing the extremes of technological augmentation and the gradual loss of humanity. Let's check out some of the key figures among the Silicon Life and highlight their differences while we're at it. Divine Lu Lin Vega. Divine Lu Lin Vega is one of the most prominent and mysterious figures among the Silicon Life. She's a high-ranking leader known for her intelligence, strategic mind, and commanding presence. Her design is both elegant and grotesque, reflecting her status as a powerful and evolved Silicon life form. Divine is deeply involved in the Silicon Life's quest to gain access to the Netsphere, often orchestrating complex plans to achieve their goals. Her character represents the Silicon Life's ultimate ambition and their willingness to challenge the administration itself. Ivy. Ivy is another significant figure, notable for her distinct appearance and role within the Silicon Life hierarchy. She's characterized by her sleek and mechanical design, which emphasizes her agility and combat prowess. Ivy often serves as an enforcer or assassin, carrying out missions with precision and efficiency. Her personality is cold and calculating, reflecting her dedication to the Silicon Life's cause. Ivy's role highlights the militaristic and survivalist aspects of the Silicon Life culture. Maeve. Maeve stands out for her more human-like appearance and demeanor, which contrasts with the heavily augmented forms of other Silicon Life members. She serves as a diplomat or negotiator, using her charisma and intelligence to interact with other factions. Maeve's character explores the concept of identity as she retains some semblance of her humanity despite her cybernetic enhancements. Her presence adds depth to the Silicon Life, showing that not all members are driven purely by violence or ambition. Schiff. Schiff is a warrior figure known for his brute strength and resilience. His design is heavily armored, emphasizing his role as a frontline combatant. Schiff is fiercely loyal to the Silicon Life and often acts as a protector for his comrades. He represents the physical power and determination of the Silicon Life, as well as their willingness to sacrifice for their cause. Schiff's interactions with other characters often reveals his more nuanced and emotional side, adding complexity to his otherwise imposing persona. P-Cell. P-Cell is a unique and enigmatic figure often portrayed as a rogue or outlier within the Silicon Life. Her design is minimalistic yet striking, with a focus on speed and agility. P-Cell operates independently, pursuing her own goals that sometimes align with but often diverge from the Silicon Life's core objectives. Her character explores themes of individuality and freedom, challenging the collective nature of the Silicon Life. P-Cell's actions and motivations are highly ambiguous, making her one of the most intriguing figures in the series. Blon. Blon is a scientist or engineer figure responsible for developing and maintaining the Silicon Life's advanced technology. His design is more subdued, reflecting a focus on intellect and innovation rather than outright combat. Blon plays a crucial role in the Silicon Life's efforts to enhance their cybernetic capabilities and achieve their aims. His character highlights the importance of knowledge and creativity within the Silicon Life, as well as the ethical dilemmas of their technological pursuits. Differences and themes. The key figures comprising the Silicon Life differ in their roles, designs, and personalities, reflecting the sheer diversity within their group. Divine Lu Lin Vega and Ivy represent leadership and combat, while Maeve and Schiff explore themes of identity and loyalty. P-Cell and Blon add layers of individuality and intellect, showcasing the multifaceted nature of the Silicon Life. Such differences also highlight the broader themes in the Blame anime and manga, such as the consequences of technological advancement, the loss of humanity, and the struggle for liberation. Each character embodies a different aspect of these themes, contributing to the rich and complex narrative of the series. Other known members in Blame. The Silicon Life in Blame includes numerous other enigmatic and lesser-known figures who contribute to the narrative in minor but fascinating ways. These characters also provide additional insight into the diversity and complexity of the Silicon Life and their interrelationships with the Megastructure. Among these, Genitalius and Metageni stand out for their unique traits and roles. Let's explore their characteristics and touch upon their differences before checking out a few other notable figures. Genitalius. Genitalius is an intriguing yet minor character in the Silicon Life. He's notable for his grotesque design and intense combat skills. His physical appearance is heavily augmented with exaggerated biomechanical features that reflect the Silicon Life's penchant for extreme cybernetic modifications. As his name suggests, Genitalius's design and characterization lean into shock value, highlighting the distorted and alien forms within the Silicon Life. Functionally, Genitalius serves as a combat-oriented figure, engaging in battles against both humans and safeguards. His role highlights the relentless and destructive nature of the Silicon Life's war against the administration. Genitalius's presence reminds us of the bleak and chaotic world of Blame and the sacrifices the Silicon Life made in their pursuit of survival and power. Metageni. Metageni is yet another minor yet noteworthy character among the Silicon Life. She's distinguished by her distinct appearance and demeanor. Compared to the more combat-focused Genitalias, Metageni has a more contemplative and calculating nature. She is often seen as a strategist or a background operator. Her design is sleeker, emphasizing intelligence and subtlety over brute strength. While Metageni's role in the story is limited, her interactions hint at a deeper understanding of the Silicon Life's motivations and goals. Unlike some of the more aggressive members, Metageni appears to prioritize long-term planning and subtle manipulation. In this regard, she superbly contrasts the chaotic tendencies of the cybernetically enhanced Genitalius. Differences between Genitalius and Metageni. Physical design. Genitalius has a grotesque and exaggerated biomechanical form, emphasizing his combat-oriented nature. Metageni, by nature, has a sleeker and more refined design, reflecting her intellectual and strategic role. Function. Genitalius is primarily a warrior, engaging in physical confrontations and displaying raw power. Metageni, meanwhile, serves as a strategist, focusing on planning and manipulation rather than direct combat. Personality and demeanor. Genitalius embodies chaos and aggression, representing the destructive side of the Silicon Life. Metageni is more calculated and composed, reflecting the tactical and survivalist aspects of the faction. Additional minor figures. Sanakan. Though technically a safeguard, Sanakan has brief interactions with the Silicon Life, often clashing with them in deadly battles. Her encounters highlight the adversarial relationship between the administration and the Silicon Life, as well as the broader conflict that has shaped the Megastructure into what it is. Neukis. A less prominent Silicon Life member, Neukis is notable for their twisted mechanical design and limited but impactful role. Like Genitalius, they emphasize the grotesque and horrifying aspect of the Silicon Life, serving as a reminder of the extremes to which these beings will go to realize their transformations. Fuhata. While mainly affiliated with human factions, Fuhata occasionally encounters the Silicon Life. He offers perspective on how other groups perceive these biomechanical beings. Their interactions emphasize the distrust and fear that humans often feel towards Silicon Life. To recap, the minor figures comprising the Silicon Life, such as Genitalius and Metageni, enrich the narrative of Blame by showcasing the diversity within their faction. Each character, regardless of their prominence, contributes to the broader themes of transhumanism, survival, and identity in this dark and brilliant series. Their contrasting designs, roles, and behaviors highlight the complexity of the Silicon Life and their ultimate purpose in the chaotic world of the Megastructure. Marvelous verdict! The Silicon Life's journey in Blame offers a profound exploration of transhumanism, identity, and survival in a chaotic dystopia. From their silicon-based genetics and nomadic warrior lifestyles to their key figures and fragmented culture, the Silicon Life reflect both the promise and peril of advanced technology. By exploring their war against the net terminal gene and their interactions with the administration, the science fiction in Blame challenges notions of humanity and evolution. Ultimately, Blame uses the Silicon Life to present a cautionary yet compelling vision of technological transcendence and the potential future of humanity under powerful and uncontrolled AI. That's all we got for you this time, but thanks for watching Marvelous Videos. Punch those like and subscribe buttons, we have such sights to show you.